I recently received a proposal that sounded like a dream. $5,000 per week, no physical contact, no photos, just emotional support through chatting. It sounds like easy money, right? Earning $5,000 a week just by talking adds up to $260,000 a year. Wow, that's more than most surgeons make. But in the world of cybersecurity, if something sounds too good to be true, it's usually a trap. This is a setup known as the sugar daddy scam. Today, we're going to uncover the mystery behind it. In this age of overflowing material desires, are we all looking for an easy shortcut to sustain our lives? When a tempting offer appears in front of you, $5,000 per week, no meeting required, just chatting. Is this a blessing from the universe or a carefully designed trap? All you have to do is provide a little emotional value, and in return you get $5,000 per week, just like the most fragrant piece of bread in a mousetrap. When I heard these terms, my first response was to ask him, why do you need someone else to comfort you? A company CEO like you could easily spend a small amount of money in any way you like to find comfort. He replied, I don't have children, and I'm very wealthy. I can't take my wealth to the grave. That's why I spoil beautiful ladies like you. Audience members, does that sound reasonable to you? That's your first red flag. It sounds suspicious. There is no legitimate job where you earn that kind of money just for chatting. His real intention runs much deeper. Many people think this is just a harmless emotional exchange, but in the spiritual law of energy, every instance of something for nothing comes with a heavy price. The so-called spiritual law of energy states that everything in this world operates on equal exchange. When a person receives benefits that clearly exceed their effort or capacity, what we call getting something for nothing, the problem begins there. On the surface, it seems like you gained an advantage. In reality, you've disrupted the balance of energy. This imbalance may not immediately show up as financial loss, but it can manifest as inner anxiety, broken relationships, damaged reputation, or long-term instability in your sense of self-worth. Energy doesn't appear out of nowhere. If you haven't earned it through real effort, it's like borrowing from your future, and that debt will eventually be repaid in some form. Here, I will help you see the truth behind the sweet words exposing the traps of upfront fees, fake checks, money laundering, scams all the way to your assets being completely drained. I won't just talk about financial fraud. I'll also talk about how not to be manipulated by greed. Through this video, you will see a higher level perspective. Unreasonable compensation isn't profit, it's disguised loss. Because money obtained unfairly will always be repaid at a greater cost. Breaking the illusion. Understand the sugar daddy scam clearly to prevent it before it happens. First, he asks you to pay a fee. Then he tricks you with a fake check. Finally, he drags you into money laundering. Energy protection. When faced with financial temptation, how to guard your heart, not be seduced, not lose judgment. The truth of consequences. Once you're involved in money laundering, legal trouble is only the beginning. Your entire life can fall into chaos, including your inner peace and mental stability. Please connect with me here. Subscribe to the channel to continue watching videos like this. Share your thoughts in the comments to help others. Some people may think, no sex, no nudity, $5,000 a week, that sounds pretty good. No real investment, just texting, respecting boundaries, no explicit content, it's like money falling from the sky. But in reality, scammers use this to lower your guard. They act innocent to reduce suspicion and win your trust. Don't forget, a scammer's goal is to extract money, not to satisfy physical desires. Once you're hooked, the next step is the payment process. How does it work? He sends you a photo of a $5,000 check through what looks like a high-end banking system. You see your account balance increase by $5,000. Your heart races. You feel grateful. Then comes the critical step. Suddenly the funds are frozen. You're told you must first transfer $1,000 as a processing fee or credit fee. That's one version. Another version is that he claims he accidentally transferred too much and asks you to send the difference to his charity. You think, well, there's already $5,000 in my account. Advancing $1,000 isn't a big deal. This is the classic advance fee scam. The moment you send the money, the $5,000 check bounces because it was fake. Your account may be frozen, and the money you sent is gone forever. Let's break down the two most common methods in simple formulas. 1. Fake check. Fake $5,000 check plus. You pay $1,000 equals you lose $1,000 while the scammer pays nothing. In other words, 5,000 fake, 1,000 real equals you lose 1,000. 2. Clearance fee. He claims the funds are ready to transfer, but says you must first pay a $1,000 processing or credit fee to unlock them. Result: your $1,000 disappears. If he doesn't ask you for money, the situation may be even worse. He may use you for money laundering. Here's how. He claims he will help you set up automatic transfers and asks for your bank account number and password. At that moment, he is turning you into a money laundering tool. If something goes wrong, the legal responsibility falls on you. You become his scapegoat. A few days later, the police knock on your door. In the eyes of the law, you are an accomplice to a fraud ring. The gentle sugar daddy vanishes from the internet, leaving you alone to face years of legal consequences. I published a book on Amazon titled What a Wild Online Dating Would. It is an educational guide focused on identifying and reporting various types of online fraud. Whether you are already involved in online dating or just considering starting, this book is an ideal guide. It not only shares the perspective of victims, but also explores the psychology of scammers and how a long career in fraud affects their lives and ultimate consequences. Through real case analysis, written with humor and sincerity, the book walks you step by step through the strategies scammers use, helping you recognize warning signs early and avoid harm. I sincerely recommend this book so you can become a safe and wise navigator in this crazy world of online dating. The world can be cruel. No one pays large sums of money simply for your emotional presence. Don't let someone else's greed imprison your hands. Remember, protect your wallet and protect your freedom. Thank you for watching.